Well, why hello there guys, my name is Orb and welcome to some more gameplay commentary for some Modern Warfare 3, and today we're taking a look at some Assault MOAB action. I think I go like 110 kills to 7 deaths at the end, and I don't know if the MOAB is quick or not. I didn't actually look that up prior to, doing this commentary, but yeah, close to the end, like super close to the end, I do get the MOAB, and yeah, it's just a super good Assault gameplay for me, and I'm all playing with one friend, so, don't go and, play with support players, blah. No, only one friend, and I don't even think he's playing with support. I don't really know, but anyways, not really gotta talk about the gameplay that much, but something about the gameplay before we get into the commentary is that well, not really about this gameplay, but gameplays overall in general. Upcoming here, like the upcoming weeks or so, I will upload, looking at my standard, I would say really good gameplays. We're talking about crazy MOABs, we're talking about knife only MOAB, we're talking James Bond MOAB, we're talking Assault MOAB, support MOABs, we're talking double MOABs with MP5s, PM9. I just got super sick gameplays to show you guys, and I just want to give you guys something to as an incentive for you guys that are really supporting me and rating my videos, and really paying close attention to what I do. I really want you guys to know that I really appreciate it. And I asked you guys probably like a week or so or 2 weeks ago, and you guys said, oh, what if you try and get some quirky MOABs, some nice MOABs with different guns, not only the MP7 and the ACR, which I'm rocking in this gameplay, by the way. How about playing with some different weapons? And I definitely want to give you guys what you want to see. I want to try, to the best of my ability to give you guys what you want to see. So, yeah, we're listening to you guys. You wanted some quirky MOABs and some awesome gameplays, and I think you're going to really enjoy the gameplays that I have in store for you guys. I'm not going to spoil all of them, but yeah, I just gave you some suggestions as to what is coming up. But I got even more. I got even more saved up, and pretty much I just have to do commentaries for them, and they're ready to go. So yeah, keep being awesome, keep being supportive, guys. I really can't stress that enough. That the supportive people is really what makes me grow as a channel, as a brand. It really helps me out a ton by just clicking the like button or the thumbs down button, rating overall, rating, adding to your favorites, sharing with friends. It helps me out a ton, and it's not really, super difficult for you to do. It's an easy thing, but it helps out a ton. That's what I'm trying to say. So for you guys that are supporting out there, I love you guys, and yeah, hopefully you will enjoy the gameplays that I have upcoming for you guys. But yeah, that's everything I have to say about gameplays as far as that goes. Now I want to talk about the main topic for this commentary, and that is motivation. And I've talked about this before, but something that inspired this particular commentary is a message I got a few days ago from a guy that I don't want to name his name. I don't know if he wants that. A lot of people who write me inbox messages, private messages, I mean, I feel like they want to be anonymous in a way, otherwise they would just leave a comment. So yeah, he will just remain anonymous. But yeah, he wrote a message, and pretty much the gist of it, it was a really long message, and I have no problems with long messages at all, but it was a long message, and he talked about he pretty much said like this: Orb, you're good at video games, you're good at Counter-Strike, you're good at Call of Duty, you're good at, a lot of FPS games out there, and he felt like I was pretty much close to being the top tier in, different FPS titles, and he was wondering why I decided to settle. Why I decided to settle with playing Call of Duty public games in Call of Duty instead of, pursuing a competitive career in, whether it be Counter-Strike Global Offensive or it be Call of Duty. Now, Call of Duty doesn't really have a competitive scene on PC, but he was wondering why I didn't pursue a competitive career in, insert FPS title here. Why don't you do that? Why do you settle with only being, a pub star, a pub hero? And it really got me thinking, and he phrased the whole message very good. At the end he said, I have no problems with you playing public. I'm just curious. I love you. I love your videos. I love your streams. I love everything about you. But I'm just wondering. I'm not trying to be offensive, and I definitely, took that to heart. And it's nice to get in those messages sometimes where people are, they're concerned, but in a good way, or they're curious about something, and you know, they're not really, why don't you do this? No, 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 no. They're like, they're really nice about it, and I appreciate that, and I definitely appreciate people, you know, taking the time in writing long messages or comments to me, because I feel, you know, I feel very special in that way. I mean, if you're gonna dedicate time in writing me a long message, of course I'm gonna take the time to respond to you, you know, the best I can. You know, if it's not for like, give me a shout out, that's not really gonna work out. But yeah, this message really got to me, and I thought I would talk about that and what motivates me. So pretty much, why aren't I pursuing a competitive career in any FPS games or video games overall? Well, I kind of lost motivation for the competitive side of gaming. I'm always going to be a competitive player. I'm always going to be a competitive person, more so. But looking at the competitive side of gaming, I don't have the motivation to put down the amount of time that is needed to be a top tier player. Looking at, you know, going back to Counter-Strike, what made me quit Counter-Strike was the fact that I didn't get picked up by any major teams, and that is a big deal breaker for me. You know, I put down, you know, 6 hours a day, 8 hours a day, just simply playing Counter-Strike over and over again. And if you've been playing any game, just repetitively playing that game over and over and over again to try and become better, watching demo files, and, you know, trying to look at your own playstyle in a very, you know, in a different perspective. You can you know, always say that, okay, you lost a game. Yeah, you lost a game. The opponents were better, but you need to be very objective about it. You need to, like, what did I do wrong in order to be able to improve at those things, in order to fix the problems, and in order to improve as a player. And I did that a lot. I watched demo files, I reviewed my own games, and this is something that I feel like you need to do in order to become a top tier player. You need to be able to have that mentality of actually, you know, I may not be the best player in the world, but, you know, what can I do to try and limit my flaws? What can I do to limit the problems in my gameplay or in my strategy, in my play style, and just try and go from there. And I did that for so long, and I, you know, was really serious about doing Counter-Strike. But when I didn't get picked up by any teams, I didn't see any progress, that's when I lost motivation. And I was kind of, you know, after playing the game for, you know, 6, 7, 8 years, you kind of lose motivation if nothing really happens. And, you know, who is the real person to blame here? It is me. I mean, I kind of gave up on it, and now there's no chance for me to actually jump back to Counter-Strike. The scene itself is kind of dead. I might actually, you know, attempt to do some mixes or whatnot in CSGO. But other than that, the competitive side of me for gaming may be over. Who knows? There might come a game where I'm like super pumped to play it. But as it's looking right now, you know, I've kind of left that part behind me. So for you guys that are pursuing a competitive career, I know the video's over here and you only see a freeze frame, but for you guys that are pursuing a career or trying to evolve as a player, I would say put in time and dedication. I can't stress that enough. I know that is a super easy thing to say, just, oh, play the game more, but you need to be able to build up the muscle memory, and you need to build up, you know, experience, foremost experience, and just try and, you know, go from there. And always try and be, as I said, look at your own playstyle. If you lose a game, if you have troubles winning long range fights or close quarters battles, you know, look at them. Why aren't I winning these battles? What can I do to improve? Perhaps practice those as much as you can. So hopefully this helps out somewhat, but overall, you know, you need to put in the time and dedication into perfecting your craft, whether it be in games, real life, doesn't really matter. You need to put in time and dedication into it. So that is kind of my take on motivation, and kind of why I decided to not pursue a competitive career in Counter-Strike and any other game, I would say, up until this point. I don't think I'm gonna pursue any competitive careers in video games, but who knows, you know, something might pop up, but I don't know. Yeah, that was it, guys. Feel free to rate the video as you please and add it to your favorites if you really like it. As I stated in the beginning, it's super helpful and it doesn't really take a lot from you guys, and in return I would love it to give you some of the great gameplays that I have stored up. So yeah, guys, have an awesome day. I'm out. Bye.